Oh, hey there. How are you, Lead 15? I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. We are about to begin class. So here we go. Are you ready? Clap once. Clap twice. Hi, everybody. Hi, Mr. Young. Okay, that either was actually like really good and you guys did it like I'd expect, or it was really awkward and crappy. I suspect it's a mixture of the two. Let me know. I'm curious. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. Today's a little bit of we're changing gears. We've had a lot of pretty kind of intense classes, and today we're going to go the other end of the spectrum, and it's actually a totally chill, quiet class. Last day you guys did your comprehension check, and a few of you came up, you're like, Mr. Young, is it okay if I didn't do very well in the comprehension check? Is that like my mark for the year? And the answer is no, that's not your mark for the year, but hopefully you learn how to do those a little bit better, because I do use that as an assessment. Some of you guys were kind of like, damn it, Mr. Young, like, I wrote Miss Smiley. I know that's your kindergarten teacher, but I put it in lower caps, and I got the question wrong. And I guess on one hand I feel for you, and there's a chance that I might take that question off when I actually put this into my mark book. But on the same note, we're trying to teach you to be professional. We're trying to teach you to be articulate. When it comes to university applications, scholarship applications, you can't write Mr. or Mrs. with a small m and a small s. Like, you got to kind of know that. And that is something you learned many years ago. I think sometimes we get kind of slack and we talk how we text, where punctuation and grammar doesn't matter. I'm not a huge grammar police, all right? I'm more interested in your ideas. On the same note, I expect that you guys will leave here knowing how to present yourself very well. So that's the answer to that question. Otherwise, what we did last day is we did the TSN turning point, and I told you the story of my troubled kindergarten years and how they didn't meet the expectations of what I thought kindergarten would be, and went through that story. I hope you picked up on the point of why I told you the story the way I did. One, I wanted you to learn a little bit about myself. Two, I wanted you to understand the shift of momentum, which is the TSN turning point. Again, we all have little shifts. Some are more profound, some are very more minute, but we have these little shifts of momentum where things get a little bit better or they get a little bit worse. And if you notice, what I was trying to do was use descriptive language. I was trying to use the art of storytelling to make it more engaging. Because I could have told you, all right, so I had a really crappy year in kindergarten because I thought it was going to be way more fun, but it wasn't. We had to read and learn and do all this boring stuff. And anyway, I kept on getting in trouble, but kind of sucked getting in trouble, and I was kind of down. I almost thought about dropping out of school, but I didn't because I got a gold star. And eventually we became like, president of my grade 6 class, and then did stuff at students council in grade 10, and eventually I got a job in teaching and did more of that. Now I'm here teaching you at Scona. The end. That's a crappy story. There's a crappy story because there's nothing that connects the dots. All right, there's no emotion, there's no description, there's no anticipation. So when you were writing your TSN turning point tonight, or sorry, today, right now, it's going to be quiet, because a lot of people, they just cannot focus or be creative with distraction. So you need to respect people on that front. I'm going to talk to your teacher, and I'm going to make sure that that is exactly what happened. Number two, I want you to try. Tell me more of a story. Make it something that I don't want to read because I have to, because I mark you. Make it something that I'm curious to see what the end has to say. And that's going to be easier and harder for some of you, but why don't we start practicing? That's really how I'm marking you on this one. I want to see an obvious shift of momentum, which is the TSN turning point, and I want to see an attempt at storytelling. All right? So that is what I'm going to ask you to do today. If you don't finish it today, but you get started in class and you want to go home and work on it there, that's fine. I often have kids to ask me, how long should it be? Well, probably a chunk like this is not going to be long enough. A paragraph is probably not long enough to use descriptive language effectively. So maybe go a little further. I'm also not asking for 10 pages. I mean, usually at TSN turning point, it's probably, a page or two, and some kids go a little further, and some kids go slightly less. I'll leave that up to you. I think that's all I have to say, so I will say goodbye. I'm looking forward to seeing what's on Google Classroom. Remember, when you open a doc and you finish it, you have to hit the turn in button, or you have to attach a document. So when I look at my done versus not done list on Wednesday, I expect to see all 50 of you got it done. All right? You guys have my information. You can contact me on Remind. If you have any questions at all, I have my phone with me, and I'll get back to you. All right, so be good today, and enjoy the more kind of chill class. I'll have another little video blog for you for next day. All right, miss you guys. Boom, this is our little wolf coon, which I don't think I've told you about yet, but it's giving you a high five as well. So boom, high five. Have a great day, Lead 15. See you guys in a week.